Greetings, my friends. I've told you all along that the U.S., the former America, now no more because it's no more, will be destroyed by God's hand. I've told you that God is judging this wicked, filthy, evil nation, this cesspool, this hellhole, because it's turned us back on God, on Jesus Christ, on the Holy Bible, on Christianity in general. Now, over one half of the entire U.S. is in dire straits, and this catastrophe will have a grave effect globally. The mega drought that has almost the entire western half of the country in a death grip, plus much more of the country as well, is starting to become extremely painful. In some areas, irrigation water is being totally cut off for farmers, and that is going to result in a totally lost year for many of them. Now, I can hear many of you say, "Oh, I'll live in America. Do you like to eat?" America is a breadbasket for the entire earth. When America starts to go down and it cannot produce food, the world's going to starve. Continue. Without water, you simply cannot grow crops. Irrigation water is the difference between success and failure for multitudes of Western farmers. Scientists are also warning that this upcoming wildfire season could be even worse than last year due to the bone-dry conditions. And as bad as it was in 2020, you haven't seen nothing yet. But this is what they're telling us. This mega drought has already been going on for many years, and experts are giving us a little hope that things will improve anytime in the foreseeable future. In fact, CBS News is reporting that this current drought is in danger of evolving into a permanent drought, so it's much worse than anything that we've ever seen. Extreme drought conditions across the western U.S. has become as reliable as summer thunderstorms in Florida, which is where I grew up, so yeah, they're telling the truth there. And news headlines about drought in the West can seem like a bit like a broken record, with some scientists saying the region is on the precipice of permanent drought. Even during the Dust Bowl of the 30s, there was always hope that the drought would end and normal conditions would return. But now we're being told that this is a new normal. The western half of the country desperately needed a healthy level of rain during last winter's wet season, but instead they are much drier than ever. Consequently, this past winter's wet season was not very wet at all. In fact, it just added insult to injury, with only 25 to 50% of normal rainfall falling across much of Southwest and California. This followed one of the airiest and hottest summers in modern times, with 2 historic heat waves, a summer monsoon cycle that simply did not even show up, and the worst fire season in modern times. Now we're moving into the dry season. There simply is not enough water for everyone. Along the California-Oregon border, things just went from bad to worse. Farmers in the region already knew that they would be getting much less water this year, but now federal officials have decided to completely shut the water off for most farmers. The water crisis along the California-Oregon border went from dire to catastrophic this week as federal regulators shut off irrigation water to farmers from a critical reservoir and said that they would not send extra water to dying salmon downstream or to a half dozen wildfire refuges that harbor millions of migrating birds each year. In what is shaping up to be the worst water crisis in generations, the U.S. Bureau of Reclamation said it will not release water this season into the main canal that feeds the bulk of the massive Klamath Reclamation project, marking a first for the 114-year-old irrigation system. This agency announced last month hundreds of irrigators would get drastically less water than usual, but a worsening drought picture means water will be completely shut off instead. With the uncertainty of water, some Central Valley farmers are simply destroying their crops ahead of the summer season in order to survive. It's impacting jobs and soon the grocery shelves. Kelsey Satolino, the digital communications coordinator from NOAA's National Integrated Drought Information System, says during the past few months, several states including Nevada, Arizona, New Mexico, and Utah experienced the most intense period of drought since the drought monitor began to monitor. As a result, soil moisture content is at its lowest levels in at least 120 years. That means that things weren't even this bad during the Dust Bowl days of the 1930s. Valley fever is a dangerous threat to human health, and cases are on the rise in the arid southwestern United States as wind from increasing dust storms can transport the fungal spores that cause the disease. A brush fire that forced a mandatory evacuation of about 1,000 people in the exclusive Pacific Palisades area near Topanga Canyon. Cool and wet conditions overnight helped prevent the Palisades fire from spreading beyond the 750 acres that it had reached Saturday, but the LA Fire Department said in an update Sunday morning that warming weather and afternoon winds may push the blaze northwest, threatening homes as it rips through dense mountain vegetation that is very dry and has not burned in over 50 years. My friends, and this is just talking about the West, but look at the map on the thumbnail. It's impacting all over, even in Michigan, everywhere, Florida, Texas. It's impacting well over half, maybe 2/3 of our country. And God is just getting started judging his country because his country has made God angry. God's not messing around. And this is just the beginning, my friends. This country is done. Stick a fork in the U.S. and turn it over. It's done. Right now, it's the time to find Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. If you don't know him, if you're a backslider, it's time to return to him. If you've never been saved, you're backslidden, pray the prayer, do the 6 steps I have in the box below the video. No one's guaranteed more time in your life. If you like prayer, contact me. I'll pray for you every day. I love you all dearly, and look up, true Christians are different north now. You fly soon. May God bless you. Share this video. Share all my videos. I'm always censored by social media. They hate God. They hate Jesus. They hate the Holy Bible. They hate Christians. They hate me because I'm a Christian as well. I love you. Take care and share. Bye.